estate and Utah home sweet home, and I wanted to share a tip with you guys, create a video on a tip on how to find properties outside of the customary way that we find them off of the MLS due to being in a hot market. Right now we're in a really hot market and there are multiple offers on every property. Properties go into bidding wars and buyers are getting outbid and then they have to continue shopping. And so it's a very competitive market. So how do we go about finding opportunities that might be less competitive? You know, at the end of the day, the best place, no question, to look for properties is on the MLS, which is why, in my opinion, it's anybody who's looking to buy a house should be utilizing the MLS because that's where the majority of the properties are that you're going to find. However, when the MLS is super competitive, it's a good idea to implement another type of strategy to see if you can find properties in different ways. Now, I personally, as a real estate investor, find properties in tons of different ways outside of the MLS. I mean, I've got lists of strategies that I personally implement on finding properties that eliminate a lot of the competition because these properties, in many cases, are not even for sale yet. And so in this video, what I wanted to do is share one tip, one way with you on how to go about finding a property that is not on the MLS, that you might have less competition pursuing this type of property, which of course then to your advantage, you'll eliminate the bidding wars and the multiple offer situations. So what is this particular strategy? Well, one of the things that we will do for clients and for ourselves is if our clients inform us that they want to live in a specific place, we will typically drive around that particular area, that particular neighborhood, and we will look for properties that are for rent, okay? Now, what do we know about for a property that's for rent? Well, the owner of that property doesn't technically need that house. Now, they want that house, that's why they bought it, and they're a landlord, but they don't need it in the sense that they have another home that they live in. So if they sell that house, they're not homeless, right? So if you were to approach somebody who was living in the home, asking them to buy their house, they might be interested in selling their house, but they now have to go find another place to live. Well, a landlord doesn't, because a landlord already has a place to live. He just has an investment property. So we'll look for all the properties, all the for rent signs in that particular neighborhood, and we'll call those landlords up to see if they're open into selling. Another way that we'll do this is we can also look on the internet on websites like KSL and Craigslist and pull up all of the for rents in that particular neighborhood and also call those phone numbers of those landlords to see if they're open into selling. So this is a great tip if you are out there shopping for a property and the MLS, has become that place where it's super competitive for you. You've gotten outbid on multiple occasions and you're now open to entertaining other strategies that might be less competitive. This is a great way that we, as I said earlier, as investors, our company goes out to try and find these particular deals with less competition. If you're the only person, and I'll tell you, nobody's doing this. Very few people are doing this. We're one of them. So when you reach out to a landlord to offer the opportunity to sell their property and nobody else is reaching out to them because it's not for sale, you've eliminated a massive amount of the competition. All right, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked it, hey, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please feel free to write down any questions or comments you have in the comment section below. And thank you so very much again. And it's Yoshi Shraki with Utah Home Sweet Home.